Hilton O'Neill stands with fire axe in hand, an axe that is slick with blood, the blood of the dead. He stands in the remains of a survivor camp, yet no survivors remain except for him. Hilton has lived through much so far. A helicopter crash that no doubt took the lives of his fellow soldiers, and now he has a new family, yet he still seeks, still yearns for the skies. Night is on its way though, and Hilton still has a long way to go yet. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our short survival series, where we are going to be leaving this little survivor camp here, heading back towards our vehicle, and potentially heading on over towards this private resort here. There's a strong chance that we might be able to find other vehicles that have the fuel we need to give our pickup a little bit more. If not though, we are going to be trying to make our way down towards this road, down to Auburn, and then out towards this. We have to take this out. Pyromantic Dreams is the mission, and having a look at that there, exterminate a fungal bloom. Sure, we can manage that. Can we manage it safely though? That is the question. For now, we are going to make our way back towards that vehicle though, so let's see if we can make our way on over. And we're going to stop moving there because we've seen a slathering coyote to the east, so we're just going to give that a bit of space as we continue on up throughout this field. Okay, and there is our vehicle. Now, we could potentially crack this open if we were to, oh, okay, yeah, we can pry it easily enough. Let's just have a quick look. And that's the mutant bullfrog. So let's get out of there, huh? Hilton, I'd say it's a pretty good idea. We're going to leave that behind. Let's start up our vehicle here. We're going to turn it around and we'll just investigate the resort from a distance. If it looks like it's going to be overrun, then we'll leave that be, as we know those private resorts can be pretty freaking deadly. Pickle can attest to that. Yet this is not Pickle's resort. No, this is some other resort out here in the woods. And we'll step on the gas a little bit here because we don't want to linger for too long. It looks like this road here is going to be the one that we want to take. The fast driving is going to make us a little bit better at driving, believe it or not. At least, you know, it seems to be that way. The more draining the driving task, the faster we learn. Okay, so this is kind of like the back service entrance of this place. There is a black bear, there is also a zombie. Let's stop driving for a moment here. We're just going to check the place out. So we're going to take a swing at that zombie when it gets close enough towards us. It's struggling to stand, which is great. So we follow that up with another strike. Okay, it did try to bite our torso there, but it failed miserably. That black bear is a little bit interested in us, but right now it doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to us. And yeah, okay, we're gonna leave this. There's so many police there. That's wild. Okay, so let's very quickly get back into our vehicle here. Let's get this thing started. And we're going to reverse back as fast as we can. Black bear, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I suggest you run. Because the dead are relentless. They will not stop. So, quite a big resort. Both roads seem to lead to that. Oh, and I suppose, oh no, that's the Wasp radio tower. We're not going to be climbing that anytime soon. So I think before we head to the south, we should still have a look and see what is at the end of the road here. So we are just going to accelerate and quickly make our way up and in that direction. And we can drive across the fields here as long as we're careful not to smash into any bushes. Most importantly, not smash into any boulders, because that will quickly end our existence. Okay, ooh. We are seeing a supply drop up ahead. So that's probably still worth us stopping for. We'll go stop the vehicle there, jump on out, and let's go get this thing cracked open. So we're probably going to be looking, mostly at MREs here. So we're going to go and deposit those in the back of our pickup truck. There we go. Flashbang and an incendiary grenade. Nice. Okay, the incendiary grenade, that could be quite useful against the fungal menace that we're up against. So we're going to go to MREs and we're just going to drop, actually hang on, not these ones. We're going to go for containers and then just drop it like this. Okay, there we go. Back in, start this up, and let's just try and navigate around them here. So we can also just mark that as explored because we have explored it. Let's speed up and we'll look at slowing down a little bit here because we have reached a 2-story motel. It looks like the road continues on for here, so I don't know how far we want to try and go. We could have a look at this from a distance. It's a mobile meth lab, okay. It does have a gasoline tank that isn't completely toasted, so it might be okay, but we have to take into account that we are risking our life whenever we do anything like this. So we'll stop driving for a moment. I think we could probably spend some bullets here because there are quite a few vehicles. So let's look at doing that. We're going to drop the fire axe. We are going to wield our assault rifle, and we're just going to change over to single fire. It's semi-auto at the moment. We're going to let them get a little bit closer. We should probably have our earplugs in. We don't right now. We might be able to get them in time. Let's see. Pair of earplugs. Yeah, it's quite quick for us to apply those. So we'll go for a carefully aimed shot here. That's pretty good. 46 damage. Heavy arterial bleeding on the torso there. So let's start to try and aim up on this one. Ideally, we'll get a shot before the other one gets too close. All right. Good. So now we just turn and we start to run. We don't want them to be doing damage to the vehicle if we can avoid it. Let's start to steady up on this one here. If we do end up shooting the one on the front by accident, it's not the end of the world. 48 damage, also quite good. Heavy bleeding. So it's not quite enough to be able to take them down. So I think one more shot for each of them will be able to do it. We have enough ammunition that I'm okay with us expending it here to do what we need to do. There we go. All right, got a few more. We'll take a precisely aimed shot on this one because I think we have the time to do it. And it is enough to take that one out in one. Precise shot over here, and we've spotted a zombie runner, so that is going to make it to us a little bit faster. This one's actually downed at the moment, so we'll go for another precise shot. Okay, we got it right in time. Okay, the zombie runner, we're going to go for precise on them. It was a grazing shot because we were actually able to stay up way faster than I thought we were going to be able to do. So we'll let them get a little bit closer before we fire off another shot there. It was a critical, heavy arterial. If we gave it enough time, they would bleed to death, but we'll just go for a carefully aimed shot now. All right. The brainless zombies theoretically aren't going to take as much to take out. 64 damage does seem to be enough to do that. We've spotted more monsters. We've got 36 bullets left in this magazine at the moment, which should be more than enough for us to be able to take out those that are here, but there's a few more here than I thought, so we're going to have to be a little bit cautious. We are in moderate pain as well, which is something that I've just realized, and there is a zombie child here, so we're going to avoid shooting that one just for the moment because that is going to make us rather sad when we do take that one out, but it's close enough now that I think we're going to have to do something. We shoot it as a grazing shot as we turn around and start to run just that little bit further away. Another shot there, 9 damage. We can't seem to land the hit. They are small, they're harder to shoot. So we'll start to try and target some of the other dead that are here instead. 45 damage is decent. Heavy arterial should leave that one to death, but we'll see. Our stamina is looking totally fine right now, so we should be able to turn around and take a little bit of a sprint. We're going to let the others get a little bit closer to us. All right, now we turn, we start to run. Check on you, the heavy arterial is pretty good. Heavy arterial on all of them but the tough zombie and that kid. So we'll start to steady up on the kid now as the others are going to be getting weaker and weaker. Let's see. There we go. Okay. We probably aren't going to feel good about that, but then again, at the same time, did we see any change there? No, because we are a soldier. We're used to combat. Okay. Well, that's a thing. All right. Let's get further away. We're trying to conserve a little bit of our ammunition here, so we're just going to go for the tough zombie. If we hit the other, it's okay. 48 damage, very good. We're going to need to do more damage to be able to take this one out. You should surely be close to death. Downed and heavy bleeding, heavy arterial, so they should all effectively bleed out now if we give them enough time, and sure enough they do. And we have some more that have shown up here, so we really need to hope that the fuel is going to be worth it. And it more than likely will be. A precise shot there has done what we need it to. We'll go for precise on this one. Okay, and how are we looking? Not enough to be able to kill the one on the rear, so we'll steady up, go for a careful aimed shot, and one there as well. Let's top this off before other things show up. We've spotted a brainless zombie, dangerously close, we'll stop there. I think we might have managed to get some ammunition in there. We didn't, that's okay. We'll go careful, and we'll go for one more of those. Okay, let's get some ammunition in there, thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so that's dealt with. We're in pain, we're not under the effects of painkillers right now. We do have aspirin, so we're going to go take 3 or 4 of them there. Lost track of how many we took. We're going to also just wear that rifle for now, and we'll just go through the remains and see what we have here. If there is anything that we actually want to try and take from them. Okay, we got an AR-15 here, so we are going to take the, we're going to leave the magazine, but we'll take the rest there. A badminton shuttlecock, interesting. We also have a Huntington survivors map, very useful. We've got a propane cooker here, and a few potentially useful things, specifically the ammunition. Yeah, very good. The airsoft vest is interesting. It's not going to have a lot of protection, but you can store magazines in it because, you know, not much of a difference between an airsoft magazine and an actual magazine. So that's kind of neat to see. We can probably look at taking out our earplugs in just a moment as well. So let's get those things out. We can hear once again. Let's go and read, or rather activate, the map that we picked up, the survivors map. Okay, so that's going to tell us a little bit more about the area, specifically targets that would be of interest to a survivor. We may have some military points marked on the map, so that's going to be something that we're going to look out for here. We can also see a gas station just out on the road here. We're not seeing much else. So it's Huntington specifically, so it does seem to be this kind of nearby area. We can see up towards Warwick, Wayne, and Glenburn. We're not seeing much further than that right now. So no military installations from what we can see yet. What we really want is a helipad of some kind. Alas, we have not found that yet. So we're just going to go through the rest of the bodies here, seeing if we want to take anything from what remains. A medium disposable battery and some canned tomatoes are useful. Fletcher's friend is useful as well. Same with ammunition. We could take this Beretta, but I think we're just going to take the ammunition instead. If we were thinking long term, we'd want to do it. We're also going to take that East Lyme tourist guide. It's probably going to tell us about trailheads and stuff like that, mostly. Just trying to see if it's given us any more information road-wise. It has unlocked whatever this is. It's a mega store. Okay. Textile Mill Museum. I was just searching for mill for military, but I haven't seen a textile mill museum before. That's kind of fun. It does kind of remind me of a scene from The Walking Dead where they go to a museum to pick up old farming equipment because, well, it's useful when you don't have power. So we've got our fire axe back in hand. Theoretically, most of the dead should have made their way on over towards us, so we should be okay here. 1% gasoline ain't massive, but we'll take it all the same. So let's just drive until we are a square away. We're just driving over a few things at the moment. That's why we're getting that notification. And we want to go and siphon. Oh, we don't have a hose. Okay, I'm sure that we have a hose here somewhere. So let's see. Rubber hose, indeed we do. I just dropped it off. Okay, so siphon away. We'll take that liter and we'll put it into the pickup truck. Excellent. Closing that. Let's continue turning. There we go. Made it around there without too much trouble. And we'll just pull up next to the rest of these vehicles here and see what we can get. Okay, so this one here, it's diesel. Okay, interesting. What do we got in the back here? Right, just an extra wheel. I guess what I should do is just go check the vehicles real quick and see what we got going on with them. Okay, 4% gasoline here, no gas in that one, and over here, 1% gasoline. Okay, so we can get a little bit more from the vehicles that are here. So this one, we'll just try and ease our way around. Probably have to go and close that. Oh, we got a brainless zombie. Well, hello. Close that door. This one is kind of aware of us, kind of isn't. All right, let's go siphon. We've got 2 different tanks here that we can siphon from, so we'll make sure that we get the fuel from both of them. There we go, just like so. So there could also still be some items that are worthwhile us taking from here. Kind of unlikely. We've got a lot of food at the moment. We're also probably just going to try and drive, well, I was going to say we'll just drive straight through the bushes there, but I think what we're probably going to have to try and do is just do a little bit of a turnaround here. Trying to preserve the quality of this vehicle can be a little difficult making some of these turns sometimes. Okay, and so we've only got 1% fuel up there. I don't think that's worth us going for, really. We have another, well, I was going to say pump station, but no, it's a sewage treatment plant. We could maybe find some protective gear there. We're not going to likely find environmental suits, but there might be just a little bit more than what we found at the pump station. So yeah, we'll go check it out. We'll see if there is anything unique. We do have a electric vehicle, and we have a police car here that is pretty roughed up, and a crater as well. Don't think we're gonna have to make, you know, good use of that crater. Let's just stop our vehicle here. We can see a zombie runner, I think somewhere inside the building. Okay, there's a few of them. So to err on the side of caution, we're gonna get our rifle out just in the nick of time, and we're gonna take a few shots as they get closer towards us. First shot there, we're gonna follow that up very quickly with a second shot, enough to take it down. Try to stay nice and steady. A critical hit takes that one out in one. We're going to go precise on that runner. Excellent. Bleeding torso. We'll try and go for a careful shot on the other. Another careful shot. That's probably going to bleed out. Yep, by the time it reaches us. Wonderful stuff. This one's going to be slow enough that we can do precise. Just. Okay. There we go. Our ears ring. That was pretty loud. We can hear again. Oh, and we've got a hazmat zombie. That's what we're talking about. Let's go put our earplugs in. We're going to take a precise shot on that zombie, a careful shot. How are we looking? Heavy arterial. We'll go for precise on the one behind, and I think we accidentally hit the one on the front, but that's okay. Heavy bleeding on that torso, a careful shot, another careful shot, and a precise shot on the zombie. There we go. We're doing some work. Alright, so we have a few behind the gates here, so we're going to get close, take a precise shot, try and do the same thing on the one just around the corner there. We should be able to hit it from this angle. It's going to take them a long time to get through there, so I'm okay with us trying to take a shot at a distance here. Alright, 25 damage, not bad. We'll go for another precise shot. We accidentally hit the one in the front. Sometimes that's just going to happen. We'll back off, we'll go and reload this thing. I don't think the other one is going to get close. It dies. Wonderful. Okay, so let's look at bashing these bodies, and then we are going to see what that hazmat zombie had. Prussian blue tablets, excellent. So that will help us if we get irradiated. Some narrow spectrum antibiotics, also useful. A filter mask, if we could clean it, and a clean suit. Now this clean suit has been damaged, so it's not going to be as protective, but we may be able to repair it. So we're going to take both of these for now, because again, better than us having nothing at all. Take that caffeinated chewing gum. That's all that we're going to take from those two. And this one here, some pink tabs. No, we won't go there. All right, we'll leave it at that. But we will look at hopping the fence here to deal with these ones. Bash both of them, a telescoping umbrella, and some orange juice. Let's just go knock back the orange juice right now. Nice and refreshing. And we may still be able to find some goods in here. Some actual clean suits that are not in terrible condition. Not in there. And not in here either. Very unfortunate. Root beer, we're not going to worry about it right now. We are considered to be overweight at the moment, so we don't really need to worry about eating. What we generally want to do when we're scavenging in Cataclysm is we want to be eating on the go as much as possible. So that PB&J, or PB&M, what's the M? Marmalade? I don't know you messed with marmalade in the States. Maple syrup, that's why. Okay. Right, well, let's check out the rest of the place here. Unlikely that we're going to find stuff, but hey, maybe not. We do have a terminal here. We also have this locked door that isn't actually locked. We were able to open that just fine. We'll take that solder. Got some earplugs, 2 lots of earplugs, and a headlamp, which we already have. Quicklime, sulfuric acid. Okay. All right, so I would like to get in here. Is that going to basement access? Bypass security? I mean, we could try. And we fail immediately. I'm not surprised. We're not super knowledgeable when it comes to computing. Actually, in saying that, you're an engineer. How are you when it comes to computing? Not good at all. Okay, that's fine. All right, we can't crack that open, but we can pry open. We could pry it with the right tool. All right, I'll give you the right tool. I think we just might need to activate our fire axe, which we don't have in our hands right now, of course, because we left it where exactly? By our vehicle? Where did we leave the fire axe? Right there. Okay, we've got it. Let's head in. And let's get cracking. So sometimes you are actually just going to crack it. So you can just smash it if it comes to it. Right, but we're not going to be able to get down below. But hey, we managed to get some stuff out of this. We don't want to hang around here for too long because it's gross. Well, actually, it shouldn't be. Only parts of it should be gross, really. Can we climb with the axe? We can, because we have a free hand still. So we'll mark this as explored partially because it's not fully explored. It looks like we've got a slime pit. We do have a slime pit. We could try and climb onto the roof just to get a little bit of extra sight of the area around us. That could be worth it. It could also be dangerous. We could potentially injure ourselves in the process. There is a downspout though, so we should be able to do it without too much trouble. And we can also drop our pack off before we try and do this. I think it's going to be worthwhile. So we'll drop that. We'll drop the assault pack, and we'll also drop the ballistic vest for now. So that should make us pretty lightweight. So let's go climb to the east, all right? Can we climb this, I wonder? Because that would be interesting, like the radio tower. No, it doesn't look like we can. I guess that was kind of behind the door, maybe? We can't bash through this door. Let's see what we can see, because we can actually see quite a bit further. Right, we've got another last man on Earth shelter. Very tempting. And a mansion. Okay. So, mansion could potentially have some good supplies for us. It could also be a place for us to rest as well, because it is kind of coming up towards the evening. We also have this, a small power substation. Don't foresee us having anything crazy good there. So we probably won't worry about that. The last man on Earth shelter is definitely tempting. Like I said, the mansion is too. Finding protective environmental equipment there is unlikely. Hey, maybe there could be a helicopter though. Private helipad. I don't know if there is a chance for that to happen at mansions, but I feel like it wouldn't be out of character for it to enter our friend's mind here. So we want to climb down. Okay, and we do so successfully without absolutely annihilating ourselves in the process. So that's a big win for us. Right, fire axe is still on the ground. Let's grab that. We'll climb up. Okay, and we'll jump back into our vehicle. So, start it up. Right. I think mansion before last man on Earth shelter. So let's step on the gas, absolutely floor it, really pick up the pace here, and we can kind of direct ourselves over towards the river, narrowly missing that bush there. Do need to be a little bit cautious that we don't go careening off into the river here, because I am assuming this is the river that we're looking at. Yeah, nice and easy. There is, wow, huge explosion there. As a meteor just slammed into the ground, and we got a Graken. Graken's actually looking super cool. I like that model. We can see it just kind of, jiving. I think the word is I was looking for. 66% fuel at the moment, so we're looking pretty good. Right, we are going to fly down past the apple orchard on towards that mansion. There is a vehicle by that apple orchard, so we can keep that in mind. We're going to slow down a lot as we take this corner here. We're going to slow down even more, just to be on the safe side. And oh boy, well, we got some activity here. All right, that's never stopped us, has it? No. Let's go stop driving. Honestly, I think we can utilize, well, we could utilize the crater, certainly. Actually, no, that's ages away now. What we've got to utilize here is the water. So let's go put our earplugs back in. We'll take our assault rifle out. And we're going to start to try and get their attention. Bring them on over towards us. We'll go for a precise shot on the tough zombie. Pretty good. We'll go for another one of those. And this is loud enough that it should have all of them making their way on over towards us. There's a bicycle there as well. Bicycle's not a bad tool for us. That zombie cop could have some useful gear, potentially ammunition as well. Take another precise shot. We want to be sure to just do these single shots when the opportunity is there to do so. There's no point in going for a full burst unless we're in super danger, unless something sneaks up on us from behind. We're seeing 16, 17 zombies now, so there's a lot over there. We do have an incendiary grenade, so we could look at using that if we need to. We also have this rat that's just kind of making its way on over towards us. It's faster than us. It seems to be ignoring us right now. Let's hope it continues to do that. All right. It's going to take a bite out of us, isn't it? It's just, it's saying it's ignoring us, but it is also making its way directly towards us. Mongrel hits the zombie. There's a dog attacking some of them, it seems, but man, that's a lot of them, huh? Now, we do actually have 9 grenades still, so we could have a fun time with that. And what I probably should have done here is utilize the mansion itself, using high ground where possible. And we can't in stable, right? No, we can't climb trees in stable. That's okay. What we've got going on right now is not ideal. We want to have a line of them like this, but right now we've got a bit of a spread, so we're going to back off here just so we can get a little bit of distance. We're mostly concerned about these ones at the front. We'll take a precise shot at you. Let's just continue moving back. We want to get towards the water so that we can bring them across the water towards us. That runner is the one that I'm concerned with. We did step into the water there briefly. Let's stop running. Let's start to steady up. Look at shooting that zombie runner, and we want to make sure that we're staying on top of the ammunition. We've got 40, that's fine. Heavy arterial, it should bleed out by the time it reaches us, but we'll pay close attention to that. Take another shot at you if we can. Zombie runner is getting closer, so yeah, eyes on you. We'll just take our time with this shot now. There we go. Zombie runner is no longer with us. Okay, heavy bleeding on that torso. We'll try and get the one behind if we can with a precise shot. That was enough to do it. We'll go for a carefully aimed shot there and a carefully aimed shot here. We can kind of just go back and forth between them. When they're in heavy water like that, it means they're going to be in it for quite a long time. So we can generally take our time, take a precise shot. It means that we are going to be conserving more ammunition that way. Heavy arterial, nice. Let's turn around, shoot at the next. Managed to stun it then. Get some heavy arterial bleeding on it. Okay, and another shot for the one on the back, but I think we accidentally hit one in the front. That's fine. We'll go for a carefully aimed shot, a precise, and we're just going to be alternating between this. We actually probably want to wait for them to get a little bit closer before we start to open fire. That rat, again, is getting pretty close. Maybe it's just friendly. It's just hanging out around us at the moment. It's ignoring us, but it's staying very, very close to us. We have a little rat friend, and that's okay. I'm just trying to look down the bottom to see if we have any notifications about it actually trying to hit us. I guess it also makes sense. It is running from the zombies, so yeah. Let's aim up on that one behind the lead zombie. 2 lots of heavy arterial bleeding is very good. Another one here, and that one's just heavy, so we'll make sure we take it out. So the ones that are in the deeper water are actually going to be a little bit difficult for us to get to, but that's okay. That's Okay, we've only got one more here out of the lot that have come charging after us. And in terms of ammunition, we have 11 shots remaining. So we'll try and see if we can top this off now. We have spotted a brainless zombie. It's dangerously close. Okay, so those are zombies that are charging towards us from the apple orchard. So we'll take a carefully aimed shot on the one in the rear. The brainless zombie is less of a concern because it can't actually see us. It's just going off of the sound. One more shot should be enough to take this out. A regular aimed shot can do it. We also have a crawling zombie that's making its way across towards us now. If we need to reload in a hurry, we can just slot in a fresh magazine. Just going with topping off the big one, in this case though, is totally fine. Okay, I think that might be it for now, seemingly. We're going to keep the gun out all the same, and we're just going to go and start to smash some things here. This is quite a useful tool for us to keep around. It can help improve one's mood quite a bit, so we will keep a hold of that for now. We're going to wade out into some of the water here. We're not going to go into the really, really deep stuff. We're just going to go into the kind of semi-shallow water. We can smash some of the bodies, not all of them. We could go into the deeper water, but would involve us actually diving in, and it will tell us that some things will be dissolved if we jump in, and will also destroy some of our electronics, so it's not exactly a great idea for us to do that. So we need to keep in mind that some of the dead here will come back to life eventually, but for the moment we are okay, and there's still quite a few zombies over there. Quite a few. Okay, all right, well, you know what we got to do. Let's line up on that first one there and start taking our shots. Precise shots to begin with, and then changing our attention to the next in the line until we get heavy arterial bleeding, and then we just keep working through like so. And again, if we accidentally hit one in the front with a bullet, it's not a waste. If it doesn't hit, then it's a waste. So as long as we're hitting something, we are doing our job. Okay, we've got two that are on a slightly different path from each other. I think our bullet went through and hit an electric car somewhere. What a shame. The rat is still following us by the looks of things. All right, one more shot there. Awesome. Okay, and we have even more zombies making their way. Oh, I see now. There's an electric car over by the building, and it's just getting absolutely pummeled by the dead. Another precise shot there. Okay, nice. And oh, we've got a big zombie making its way across from the pond. It looks like that's a tough zombie, maybe? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's steady up here. We've got 36 bullets left in this magazine, so we are doing totally fine. Another precise shot. This one hits pretty good. The tough zombie is nearly dead, so we're going to start to move away from that one and start to target up on this big guy here. One precise shot, 56. Another thank you. That will do it. All right, and we're just going to start smashing these bodies. We're going to let the dead get closer towards us. It is easier for us to hit them that way. Oh, brandy. We're probably going to find quite a bit of that. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. There are many more here than I thought, but it ain't nothing that Hilton can't manage. So, in the next, he will delve into the manor to find what he can, and maybe even find a nice place to rest for the night, as he still has a ways to travel and a job to get done. The dream of finding a helicopter is still there, and after doing this mission, we will travel as far and as wide as we need to find it. And so, Legionnaires, I ask you all, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.